Websites used to go down all the time. Big sites, small sites. We've all been there trying to use a slow, unusable web application. It often happens when it matters the most. Site outages are something we come to expect every year, especially around the shopping season. But in recent years, you probably noticed that many businesses seem to have finally figured out how to keep their systems up. Today, you can come to rely upon most of your favorite brands to deliver great experiences and keep their sites up, even during the busiest hours. But every once in a while, you still run into issues. So what's going on here? How is it that some companies can keep their sites up, and what's going on with the ones that don't? That is the question I'll be discussing today. Hi, my name is McMahon. I'm a partner at Avatria and oversee the technology behind our machine learning product called Convert. I have been developing e-commerce systems since 2007 and have been building websites since the 90s. I've had the opportunity to work on performance testing projects for many organizations, large and small. Over the years, I've learned that when it comes to preparing your systems for production rollouts, having a good understanding of good software development practices is necessary, but not sufficient. A number of years ago, I had the opportunity to work on one of the most prized NFL teams' websites. They sold huge amounts of branded team merchandise to a loyal customer base spread across their very large state. They had re-platformed their old online store onto the new leading enterprise e-commerce technology platform of the day. Unfortunately, they had cut some corners during the implementation, one being performance testing, and rushed the release of the software out just in time for the preseason. Of course, they were advised not to do this by virtually all of their technology partners. But at this particular business, the marketing department called the shots. And could I really blame them for their confidence? Their online business had been booming in recent years. Now they had invested lots of money into this new technology platform, which they knew powered many of the largest e-commerce businesses out there. Certainly, their relatively small, but no doubt insane fan base would not be a problem for this leading software platform. Unfortunately, they were wrong. The site seemed to perform okay at first, but every time they sent out an email marketing campaign to their customers, their site would go down within a few minutes, and it would stay down for hours. But an email cannot be unsent, so when this happened, the technology leaders would have to gather on a phone call and spend the rest of their evenings trying to get the overloaded systems back online. Clearly, some mistakes had been made, and now this business was in a tough position. Branded merchandising was a significant portion of their business's overall revenue, and now their main channel for selling their merchandise was broken with no viable rollback strategy. One of the things I learned on this project was that you can't tell a business to stop trying to make money. Well, you can, but it doesn't work. For weeks, the marketing teams would hold daily meetings with their technology teams to understand what progress was being made and whether the system would be ready for the next email push. The technology teams would warn them that absolutely not. The system would not be ready. But the business continued to send the marketing emails out as scheduled. From their viewpoint, they thought they had to at least try to meet their sales numbers. This was supposed to be a record year for them. They had the team, they had the brand, they had the fans behind them, and now they had the technology. And besides, what were they supposed to do? Sit silent and not promote their team heading into the big game? You miss every shot you don't take, right? Well, a month or so into the season, the technical teams were finally able to stabilize the system enough so that the business was mostly back to normal. Most of the changes which had the greatest impact on site performance ended up being fairly standard stuff. Tweaking server configurations, adjusting infrastructure allocations, tuning database queries, things like that. In the end, there ended up being very few code-related changes. So, could the situation have been avoided? Absolutely. Should this particular business have postponed the deployment of their new e-commerce system until after their busy season? Probably. Was it a technology problem that this business was suffering from? Not really. Today, most organizations understand the importance of following well-defined software testing practices to ensure that their critical systems can deliver when the time comes. These practices, more than anything else, have helped make the internet become a much more reliable place for consumers and businesses alike. As a technology professional, I can only recommend that you avoid using your online audience as guinea pigs in your testing efforts, and advise you to take a more methodical and humane approach to performance testing your systems prior to releasing them to production. Your customers and your employees will thank you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe.